Do you know? Apparently, there are 7 seconds if a magical heirloom has been planted in your body by your ancestors. So what are the seconds? Watch until the end. Human life has many things that often cannot be explained by logic. There are magical heirlooms that have been planted in a person's body. Magical heirlooms can be physical objects such as a keris, a gemstone, or an amulet. They can also be in the form of spiritual energy brought by their ancestors. A person can know of its existence through various specific signs or characteristics that appear within them. Magical heirlooms are very valuable because they have special qualities. It is not just a relic. It is an inheritance that brings wisdom, strength, and protection to its owner. There are many people who do not realize that they have a magical heirloom inside their body. Extraordinary body resistance, sharper spiritual abilities, and eternal luck are some forms of this power. This heirloom helps, leads, and even energizes. The question is, why is a magical heirloom planted in a person's body? Ancestors thought carefully before giving this heirloom. People who have a magical heirloom usually have a strong spiritual connection. Their ancestors might have been a leader, a powerful shaman, or a person who had a connection with the supernatural world. The purpose of planting this heirloom is to protect their descendants, provide protection, and ensure that the teachings and energy of the ancestors will be transmitted to the next generation. Magical heirlooms are usually planted from the time a person is a baby or a child, often without the parents' knowledge. In some cases, ancestors can perform certain rituals to plant this heirloom before they die. They choose people who can bear this energy and have a strong soul to continue it. However, magical heirlooms are not always given to those who are chosen because of their lineage. Someone with a strong spiritual soul or who has gone through a difficult life journey can also receive it in an unexpected way. This magical heirloom has many forms. Some are pure energy stored in the body without a physical form. And there are also small objects that are spiritually planted in the body. These objects can be mustika, mystical gems, metal fragments, or certain elements that have special powers. In some beliefs, this heirloom can also appear in the form of a mantra that is implanted in a person's soul. This gives them power without having a physical source. The presence of a magical heirloom in a person's body is not something to be feared. Instead, it is more important to be understood and appreciated. People who have this heirloom often have a greater responsibility in their lives, such as keeping energy in balance, maintaining good behavior, and carrying out spiritual duties that have been set by their ancestors. Therefore, the first way to understand the ancestral inheritance within you is by identifying the signs that your body has been planted with a magical heirloom. And here are 7 signs that a magical heirloom has been planted by an ancestor in your body. The first is an unusual mark on the palm of your hand. Some people have marks on their palms that look unusual, such as a small lump that doesn't hurt or a line that forms a certain symbol. Maybe you just think of it as a normal abnormality. But did you know that this could indicate that your body has a magical heirloom within it? To protect and transfer power, clever ancestors often plant the energy of an heirloom in the bodies of their descendants. Because hands show strength and the ability to do things, the palm is the most common place chosen. If you have an unusual pattern of lines, like a letter or a number that is clearly visible without being forged, it could be an early indication that you have a magical heirloom in your body. This heirloom's energy is often felt when you do activities that require high concentration, such as performing spiritual activities or holding certain objects. In addition, some individuals with this mark say that their palms are warmer than others. They say that it seems like there is energy constantly flowing in them. A person who has an heirloom in their palm may even feel vibrations or tingling when they are in certain locations, especially in highly energetic places such as sacred sites or ancestral relics. This can show that your body's heirloom energy is reacting to its surroundings. Therefore, do not underestimate a mark on your palm that looks unique and has these sensations often. You may have inherited a very powerful ancestral energy. The second sign is an unusual sensation of heat or cold in a part of the body. A magical heirloom planted in the body has a different sensation than a normal body. The presence of a warm or cold feeling in certain body areas for no apparent reason is one of the most common signs. It may have happened to you that an area of your body, like your arm, back, or chest, suddenly feels hot as if there are burning embers. This happens even though your body temperature is normal and you are not sick. This phenomenon cannot be explained by conventional medical methods. This feeling of heat or cold comes from the heirloom's energy working inside your body. Heirlooms related to the element of fire or protection usually cause a warm sensation, while heirlooms related to water or spiritual chaunness cause a cold sensation. In certain emotional situations, such as when you are angry, sad, or facing danger, this sensation will often appear and cannot be eliminated in the usual way. Many people who experience it are confused at first. When this sensation appears, some people even feel like they are being touched by something invisible. If your body temperature often changes and cannot be explained by a medical reason, it could be a sign that your ancestors have passed down a magical heirloom inside it. The power from the heirloom can serve as a shield that protects you from threats, or it can serve as a source of spiritual power that helps you live your daily life. The third sign is a bone shape that is not the same as other people's. Another sign that your body holds a magical heirloom from your ancestors is that your bone structure is different from others. This doesn't mean you have a bone deformity. Instead, it is an abnormality that is clearly visible. For example, some people have a prominent spine, a bone protrusion on their wrist, or even a jaw structure that is more definite than usual. This uniqueness often has a spiritual and physical connection. In ancestral culture, heirlooms are considered an energy inheritance that is embedded in the bodies of their descendants, in addition to being a physical object. One of the natural ways to show that there is something special in you is this different bone structure. Those who have this characteristic usually have better physical strength, better endurance, or even faster healing abilities than others. In some cases, individuals with a certain bone structure are also very resilient in the face of life's challenges. They seem mentally stronger. It's as if their ancestors' energy helps them stay firm. There may be a magical heirloom that has been in your body since birth if you often experience an unusual sensation of strength or if there is a different body structure. The fourth sign is having unique and charming eyes. The eyes are the windows to the soul, and in a spiritual perspective, the eyes can also show the body's hidden strength. Eyes that look different from others are one of the signs that you have a magical heirloom planted by your ancestors. This could be a deeper gaze, a sharper eye color, or even a change in eye color in some situations. Those who have heirloom energy in their bodies often have a face that is difficult to ignore. When you talk to someone, you may have seen them staring at you longer or feeling intimidated for no apparent reason. This happens because your eyes carry a strong energy that produces a special aura. Some individuals even experience the phenomenon of their eyes changing color when they are in certain situations, such as when they are angry or in a very high emotional state. In addition, some people have a glowing or brighter eye effect when they are in the dark. This is a sign that the heirloom's energy in the body is active and resonating with the surrounding environment. Don't be surprised if you often experience something like this. Maybe your ancestors have implanted wisdom, intuition, or even the ability to see things that are not visible. These mysterious airs are often associated with the ability to read people's minds or feel their energy just by looking at them. If your eyes attract other people's attention or you feel you can understand someone just by looking at them, that is a sign that your ancestral heirloom is at work within you. The fifth sign is a voice that has a special power and vibration. A voice that has a certain power and vibration is another sign that your body holds a magical heirloom from your ancestors. You may have realized that your voice is different from other people's. Not just the tone or pitch of the voice, but the vibration you emit when you speak, pray, or even hum. This voice has a power that can affect a person's surroundings, making them feel calm, mesmerized, or even scared for no clear reason. People who have an heirloom in their body often experience this phenomenon unknowingly. In certain conditions, they may see their voice vibrate or become louder, as if an energy is speaking through them. They have the ability to make people who see them fall silent and listen with full attention when speaking in public because of the power of their voice, not just the words they say. In addition, there are some people who have an heirloom in their body and also experience strange things with their voice. For example, in certain emotional situations, a person's voice can become deeper or sharper unintentionally. Some people even believe that just by speaking, their voice can vibrate objects around them or affect the feelings of others. This can indicate that they have an heirloom of vocal power in their body, such as a mantra or ancestral knowledge that has been passed down from generation to generation. Don't ignore your belief that your voice has greater power than others. If you often experience this phenomenon, you may have an ancestral energy that encourages you to convey something bigger than just words because it is considered to have the ability to open spiritual energy and connect with the unseen world. The sixth sign is a sixth sense that is sharper than a normal person's. Not everyone has a sixth sense, but for those who have a magical heirloom in their body, this ability often appears without being learned. People who have this trait can feel things that cannot be explained by logic. For example, they can anticipate something before it happens, sense the presence of unseen beings, or even have a very accurate premonition about what will happen in the future. This phenomenon can appear when a person is still a child or begin to appear when they reach a certain age, usually after experiencing a deep spiritual experience. This sixth sense can come in various forms such as dreams that always come true, a very skilled intuition in reading situations, or even the ability to see other people's auras. An heirloom that is planted in the body often functions as a connector between the real world and the supernatural world, giving its owner access to knowledge that is usually unknown to others. In addition, there are some individuals who have this trait who experience feelings where they can talk to their ancestors, energy or spirits. This does not mean they can talk to supernatural beings directly. Instead, they have an extraordinary intuitive ability to understand information given by the universe. They often hear whispers in their hearts that are like warnings or instructions, and when they follow them, the results are always accurate. Don't be afraid or ignore situations like this if you often experience them. You may have an heirloom in your body that was passed down by your ancestors to protect and guide you. This sharp sixth sense can be a gift if used correctly, but it can be a burden if not understood well. Therefore, it is very important to recognize this ability and develop it so that it can be used for more beneficial purposes. The seventh and final sign is a body that is naturally more resistant to danger. This is a physical strength that is greater than other people's, which is a sign that your body holds a magical heirloom. This is not just about having a healthy or fit body, but more about how your body can overcome dangerous situations in a way that doesn't make sense. Those who have this characteristic often survive accidents or dangers that could have harmed them. The heirloom makes many people very resistant to disease and injury. They may be slightly injured or not at all in a severe accident. There are other people who are stronger than average, but they do not often train or exercise. This may indicate that the ancestral energy in their body protects them from threats naturally. In addition, people who have an heirloom in their body are usually not easily affected by negative impacts, both in the form of physical illnesses and supernatural energy attacks. They are never sick, and if they do get sick, they recover faster than others. In some situations, they can even survive in conditions that should have made them tired or sick. If you feel that your body is very resistant to danger or disease, it could be a strong sign that you have an ancestral heirloom planted within you. To keep the heirloom active and maximize its benefits, it is important to maintain the energy balance in the body.